Let's dive into the discussions shaping the nation.
Thank you, Laskin Corla. Minister, first of all, can I congratulate you on your position, wish you the best of luck, and I genuinely mean that. Today we had the Taoiseach on his feet telling us that the government's biggest commitment was to housing, and that his party and the other parties that are in government, including the independents, their biggest commitment was to housing. And yet, where are you? An empty chamber. Where is the government that's meant to be listening to us? You know, we're looking at a 10% increase in homelessness in the last year. 15,000 people in the emergency accommodation. 4,500 of those are children. This is a housing emergency. Not a housing crisis, a housing emergency. And it's about time this government recognised that and declared it. We're looking at increases of property prices at 8.1% at the moment. We now have people entering our constituency offices as TDs and councillors, coming into us in Independent Ireland and saying to us, not can you get me on the housing list, not can you make a representation to the council, could you get me an auctioneer that will listen to me, that I can rent a house privately? I have €2,500 to spend and I can't find accommodation. That is a housing emergency. We talk about supply and demand. If this government and your predecessor had listened to Michael O'Flynn, one of the biggest property developers in the country, 5 years ago, when he said, let's start rezoning land, let's bring back the price of the site down to 10% as it was in the 80s, when my mother and father at the age of 18 and 21 could go off and purchase a house because the site price was 10%. Now we're looking at an average of 40 to 50%, the site price alone. Then we have a situation where we're zoning lands, and instead of rezoning, we have the tail wagging the dog with Irish Water telling us where we can build, where we can't build, where you can put planning permission, what you can zone. We have too many infrastructure people, too many people in utility supplies, NTA and the rest of it, dictating to local authorities of where they can build properties. And you know as well as I do, Minister, that the Irish Water and other utility companies aren't a bit interested in facilitating housing or facilitating this state or local authorities. I want to congratulate Cork City Council, who have led the way actually when it comes to affordable housing and have delivered far more affordable housing under the stewardship of Valerie O'Sullivan CE and Mr Brian Gainey, the Deputy CE, who have done tremendous work. But that's, as has been mentioned by the previous speaker, 350,000 to almost 400,000 for an affordable house. That's what we're delivering. That is not, are you listening? That is not affordable for anybody. There is no such thing as an affordable house in this country. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy.
Like, share, and subscribe, and let us know your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.